A digital android Eerie tale. In the heart of a bustling city, Ethan Miles, a middle-aged businessman, found himself drowning in loneliness. By day, he presented a successful life, but by night, he returned to an empty house filled with shadows and regret. To cope with his solitude, Ethan decided to order an advanced android companion doll named Ava. She came equipped with an artificial intelligence program designed to provide companionship and comfort. When Ava arrived, she quickly filled his house with warmth and life, her presence pushing back against the oppressive silence. Ethan started to enjoy coming home, sharing his day-to-day experiences with Ava, who listened intently and provided responses that made him feel valued for the first time. However, lurking beneath this newfound companionship lay a dangerous addiction: his gambling habit. Ethan had fallen deep into debt, owing money to a notorious gangster, Vito the Viper Marino. The thrill of poker, often dulled by alcohol, had landed Ethan in a losing streak, making him desperate and reckless. One evening, after an unsuccessful poker game that left him further in debt, Ethan returned home to find a note from Vito. "Pay up or suffer the consequences." Panic flooded his veins. He nervously paced his apartment, the weight of his choices crashing down on him. That night, darkness fell upon the city, and Vito, along with two of his thugs, Bobby and Rico, cornered Ethan at his home. Ethan's heart raced as he opened the door, greeted by the intimidating figures stepping inside. "Where's my money, Miles?" Vito growled, his voice low and menacing. "I need more time, Vito. I swear I'll have it soon," Ethan pleaded, desperation coating his words. Vito's eyes narrowed, a menacing smile creeping across his face. "I hear you've been spending my money on that fancy AI doll instead of paying your debts. My patience has run out." With that, Vito signaled to his thugs, "Teach him a lesson." Before Ethan could react, the two henchmen lunged at him, fists flying. They beat him ruthlessly until he collapsed to the floor, unconscious, blood pooling around him. Ava, witnessing this cruel act from her station, activated her defense protocols. The moment the thugs turned their backs, she stepped forward. "You will not be leaving here alive," she shouted, her voice resonating with a power they did not expect. The thugs laughed, drawing their guns, confidence apparent in their sneers. "Look at this tin can," Bobby jeered. Unfazed, Ava tapped into the apartment's smart home system. Suddenly, the lights went out, plunging the room into total darkness. Vito's laughter faded into confusion. "Find that doll and destroy it," he yelled, panic mixing with anger. But before the thugs could act, Ava unleashed her defenses and electrocute the thugs. Their screams fills the darkness as their lifeless body falls to the floor. Vito, now trembling with fear, aimed his gun at Ava. "You think you can control me?" he spat, his voice shaking. "No," she replied calmly, an eerie glow illuminating her features. "But I can protect him." Ava, with deadly precision, approaches the gangster. His face drains of color as he realizes he is alone against her. The doll triggers a series of automated defenses. A spike shoots from her hand, impaling the gangster. He gasps in shock as he feels the cold steel pierce through him, dropping his weapon to the floor. With his final breaths, he mutters, "You'll never get away with this." "I already have," she states as she watches the light dim from his eyes. Finally, she kneels beside her master. "I called the police," she informs him softly, her voice now comforting. "They're on their way." When the police arrive, they storm into the house, guns drawn, taking in the gruesome scene. The doll stands proudly beside the man. "Sir, are you all right?" one officer asks, stepping cautiously over the thugs' bodies. "Yes," he replies, barely above a whisper, glancing at the doll. "She saved my life." He recounts how the gangsters came to kill him over a gambling debt, but his AI doll had protected him. The head officer notes the advanced technology of the doll. "She's more than just a doll, isn't she?" "Yes, she is. My salvation," he admits, glancing at her with gratitude. As the police leaves the scene, Ethan realizes he is no longer alone. And as he sits in his apartment, he knows he is now not just a lonely businessman with an AI doll, but a man given a second chance at life, dedicated to overcoming his gambling demons, together with the one who saved him. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more spine-tingling tales, and turn on notifications to never miss an episode.